Hey guys, welcome to Wiki Say What? My name is Greta and I am your host. Today with me I have Lindsay. Lindsay is very special to me because not only is she my friend, but she's also my roommate. Cute. So Lindsay's going to read her her BuzzFeed article. I'll be reading the Wikipedia article. She'll let us know what her quiz results were and if she agrees or disagrees. So go ahead, Lindsay.
Okay, so the quiz I took was make your dream sandwich and we'll reveal when you'll meet your soulmate. So my dream sandwich, well, I don't know what it was actually, but based off of the options I chose, they told me I would meet them within this year. It could be any day now, and it's going to be clear when you meet them because it will be a special kind of love. And I am completely indifferent on that conclusion.
That describes Lindsay very well.
Yeah.
I thought when it said it'll be clear when you meet them, they meant like the skies will be clear. So I was like, so it won't happen anytime soon because it's been very rainy here.
That's true.
But it'll just be clear to you.
It could be a double meaning.
Yeah. Ooh, BuzzFeed. They know what they're talking about. Yes. Okay. So, Lindsay, have you ever heard of the court case Nix versus Hedden?
No.
Well, you're about to.
Okay.
So this Wikipedia article is titled Nix versus Hedden, or maybe it's Hedden. I'm going to go with Hedden because I like that better.
Okay.
Nix versus Hedden. And this court case took place in 1893. It was a decision made by the Supreme Court to decide whether a tomato was a fruit or a vegetable.
No.
Do you have any, ideas of what the answer might be? I'm not going to reveal it till the end.
Okay. Well, this has been an argument that I had in elementary school a lot of times.
Interesting.
And
So
I think we decided, yeah, I guess so. We decided it was a fruit because I remember my mind being blown.
All right. Well, we're going to find out. I read the answer earlier, but I forgot it already. So we're going to find out together. Okay. So John Nix, who founded John Nix and Company, Fruit Commission of New York City in 1839, is who the one person was in the case, Nix versus Hedden. And he was one of the largest produce sellers in New York City at the time. That's very exciting. Good for him.
Honestly, look at him go.
And he was one of the first companies that brought produce from Florida and Bermuda to New York. So he was a frontier man.
Yeah.
He just set the tone for produce sales of today.
Thank you.
I know. God bless him.
Right.
So it says here that in 1883, President Chester A. Arthur signed the Tariff Act of blah, 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 requiring a tax to be paid on imported vegetables, but not fruit.
Oh, so here comes the controversy.
The John Nix and Company filed a suit against Edward L. Hedden. Here's our second character.
Okay.
Collector of the Port of New York. So Hedden worked in the Port of New York where all these vegetables and fruits were being brought to. Okay, I see a little tension here between the two.
Yeah.
So Hedden recovers the back duties were paid under protest. So, I don't know. Somebody was upset.
Mm.
They argued against the tariff by pointing out that, botanically, a tomato is a fruit due to its seed-bearing structure.
See? We were right in elementary school.
You and Nix agree.
Yeah.
Hedden, not so much.
Oh.
So, the trial begins, and the plaintiff's counsel entered into the evidence definitions of the words fruit and vegetable. I love that the evidence here is the Webster Dictionary and not
oh, wow.
this man was wearing this when he committed the crime. But no, Webster's Dictionary. They called 2 witnesses who had been in the business of selling fruit and vegetables for 30 years. What experienced men. And asked them, after hearing these definitions, to say whether the words had, in quote, any special meaning in trade or commerce different from those read. So I guess they're looking for their expertise, as if Webster Dictionary was not enough. Maybe it wasn't clear.
No, they're just being thorough.
I guess so. I don't know. But so one of the witnesses, he said that fruits and vegetables are kind of up for interpretation, that there's not one strict definition for fruit or vegetable. My goodness, he's very politically correct. And another witness said that he doesn't think the term fruit or the term vegetable has any special meaning in trade or commerce to this country. That's so, like, that's so far beyond. I know. Why can't they just give us straight up yes or no, fruits and vegetables, this is the definition, and this is what a tomato is. Jeez. Oh, my goodness. So the plaintiff counsel made use of the dictionary, as I would hope they would. It was their one piece of evidence. Literally the only thing they had. So the defendant's counsel, they would read other words in the Webster Dictionary to see if this could help their case. So they read the words pea, eggplant, cucumber, squash, and pepper. Okay. Countering this, the plaintiff read in evidence from Webster's and Worcester. Oh my gosh, we're bringing another dictionary. Worcester's dictionary. The definitions of potato, turnip, parsnip, cauliflower, cabbage, carrot, and bean.
So they're interviewing the dictionary?
I think basically.
Oh my word.
The dictionary is just telling them what these definitions are. Ooh, okay, we're going to get to the exciting part. This is titled The Court's Decision. Okay. The court unanimously decided in favor of the respondent and found that the tomato should be classified under the customs regulations as a vegetable.
No!
Based on the ways in which it is used and the popular perception to this, and is still the popular perception to this end. Justice Gray, writing the opinion for the court, said that basically fruit, the dictionary defines the word fruit as the seed of plants, especially the juicy, pulpy products of certain plants covering and containing the seed. These definitions have no tendency to show that tomatoes are fruit as distinguished from vegetables in common speech or within the meaning of the Tariff Act.
Oh, wow, my word.
That's a bummer, because wasn't Nix, he was trying to say that this was a fruit, right? So he wouldn't have to pay...
Yeah, so he has to pay his tax. And more importantly, the mind-blowing feeling, whatever, that I went through when I was in elementary school and I found out that a tomato was a fruit was all for nothing, because it's actually a vegetable.
Well, the court says it's a vegetable.
But there's...
I mean, I feel like this is how we should, this is how we should feel toward it, if it's a vegetable. So tomatoes are classified botanically as the fruit of the vine. Nevertheless, they are seen as vegetables because they are usually eaten as a main course instead of being eaten as a dessert. That's interesting.
Oh.
Wouldn't you eat... Well, I can't think of a tomato-based dessert.
I can't either.
I don't think I want to either. You got pizza. No. You got a hamburger with tomato.
I have ketchup.
Well, while on the subject, ketchup, Gray classified the status of the pasta or something. Cucumber, squash, pea, and bean. This wasn't even in court, but they decided to establish what these are as well. They're all vegetables, in case you're wondering.
Good, because I don't think I could handle that if they were fruit.
Well, Nix had to go with the Supreme Court decision. And ultimately, I suppose
it got all the way up to the Supreme Court?
It really did, yeah.
Wow.
I know.
This was a hot topic.
I wonder if the Supreme Court did it just to be like, this is hilarious, we should do this, or if they were like, no, this is genuinely like a serious issue of the land, like we need to solve this.
Yeah, maybe in 1890s there wasn't anything going on.
Maybe.
Or there was so much that they needed comic relief.
I guess so, yeah. I don't even know what was going on in the 1890s, really. But apparently fruit and vegetable controversy in New York City.
Who knew?
So now in 2005, a century later, supporters in the New Jersey legislature cited Nix as a basis for a bill designating the tomato as the official state vegetable.
Oh.
So New Jersey has the tomato as their state vegetable. That is quite the move.
Yeah.
If you're not sure if it's a fruit or vegetable, they're like, it's our state vegetable. So no need to be concerned on what it is. Interesting. So do you agree?
Honestly.
Do you think it's a fruit or vegetable? You said you used to think it was a fruit.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm relieved that the Supreme Court decided it was a vegetable, because that has always bothered me. Because just take a moment and think about ketchup. It would be a jam if a tomato was fruit. So I agree.
True. Yeah.
But
if only
still, I have heard that it's a fruit for so long.
Yeah.
I know.
If only they knew back in elementary school. You could have been like, guys, the Supreme Court decided in 1890 something.
I'm really upset that I know this now and not then.
If only we could go back in time.
Darn it.
Well, That was crazy. Poor Nix. He fought to the end. He really fought to the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
And honestly, by the time it got there, he probably was like no longer a farmer at that point. It probably took years. I feel like that's how the system goes normally.
It's true.
Well, thank you so much, Lindsay, for being here today and being our guest.
It was honestly a pleasure.
I hope that you learned something.
I did.
Now we know that tomato is officially a vegetable.
Yes.
Despite maybe it being a fruit because of seeds, but it's whatever. It happens. All right. Well, we will see you guys next week with a new episode of Wiki Say What. Join us next time to hear the next article.